Hey guys. So, yesterday I went to go see the Emoji movie. And the Emoji movie, look, firstly, we all knew it was going to stink. But I didn't think it was going to be this bad. And it is bad. Because I went in, and I'm with my two cousins. And we got snacks. I got a big bucket of popcorn for us to share. So, we went in, we sat down. We were the first three people in the theater. And then, people started trickling in. By the end of it, there was 20 people in the theater. And then, we got through the trailers. Really weird trailers. But then the movie starts playing. And Gene, the main emoji of the film, says, emojis are the greatest form of communication ever made throughout history. Now, I'll let you know, I'm kind of a history buff. So I was thinking, Chronicle wise, I believe about 4,000 of the year's history is recorded. Roughly 4,000. So I think writing is the most important form of communication. Not emojis. So, that was kind of one strike, but it was like, okay, I'll let that slide. But whatever. So we continue in the movie, and he introduces the phone's user, Alex. And Alex is trying to text his crush, Addie. Alex and Addie. I wonder, did the writing team or computer? I actually think this movie was written by a computer personally, but I saw writers on the Wikipedia page, but I think it might have been written by a computer and they just put them there. But that's a whole nother discussion. So I was thinking, so Alex and Addie, huh? Can you get any names more generic? They went through the alphabet. Let's see. A. Alex and Addie. Oh. So can you get, generic? So they have generic character names, really. And then his Alex's friend's like, just send her an emoji. But I thought, so wait, you were able to get the girl's phone number, but now you don't know what to say to her. How'd you get her phone number? Did you get it on Facebook? Are you a stalker? Is he a stalker? That would make this film way better. Turn it into a horror film? Oh my god. That would make the film even better than what we got, which was kind of nothing. They tried to go for an action-adventure flick where Gene meets this friend, he goes to his... Because, they tried to make an action-adventure flick, I think. Because how it starts out in the emoji world is Gene goes to work for the emoji people. And he can't make the right face. So, because he doesn't know what face to make, because he can make multiple faces. For some reason, the rules of this world actually don't make sense, because the faces can only make one emotion, which doesn't make sense. Yet somehow he's a malfunction. And then, but yet all the other emojis can make the various forms of emotion. And somehow on this phone, this kid still has emoticons. And I think they just did that so they can make an elderly joke. Which doesn't make sense, but whatever. And then he goes to work and he screws up. He screws up because he makes too many emotions. I mean, you've seen this, like, what I'm about to tell you is kind of in the trailers. They kind of give the beginning of this, a lot of the plot of this movie away in the trailer, so just bear with me. So he meets the high five emoji, and they run off because he's being chased by the robots because he's been deemed a malfunction, so they're going to delete him. So somehow this kid's going to get a missing meh emoji, which doesn't make sense again. The rules don't know where they want to go with this. And the rules of just storytelling aren't clear in this world. So then he runs away, and they go to the what is it? The favorites club, and in the favorites club, the two emojis I could spot were coffee and beer. Now beer, okay, this is a kids film. Now I get it, he's a teenager, which I'm fine with. What I'm not fine with is that it's a kids film. If you're gonna do that kind of joke, make it a film centered on teenagers. Then it can be a lot better actually, because you can make it a lot more subversive in a way. And I don't know, it might actually be a bit better. It's a teenage concept. I mean, yeah, I get that kids have cell phones, but emojis and texting are still more of a teenager concept for teenagers. So then you have, but they get through that, and they get found out by the bots. Shock. Then they go to the loser lounge, which is where all the emojis who aren't used go. Which doesn't make sense again for the phone, because that's not how emojis work. You have a favorite section, sure, but then you have like emojis which are in categories: faces, activities, food, stuff like that. People, flags. There's a category for flags on emojis, which is kind of weird, but whatever. But that just, it doesn't lend itself to favorites and non-favorites. It doesn't do that on a phone. So the makers of this movie actually don't know how phones work. What a shock. But then they get to the loser lounge, and they're like, we must find the jailbreak. And before they had found jailbreak, they mentioned that there was a princess emoji that had missing. Just shock. I'm sorry for the spoilers, but it's the princess emoji. You can tell because the blue hair that she's wearing is fake. It looks fake. So I assume it's fake. Which turns out it is by the end of it. So then you have... so they find the princess emoji. Or, sorry, jailbreak. Which would turn out to be the princess emoji, but that's for later. That's later. But then they find her in the piracy app. Now they go to the piracy app, and you see viruses, you see a Trojan horse, you see all this weird stuff, which I get. But then you see internet trolls. Internet trolls aren't a virus. At least not a computer virus. They're a virus on our society, but not a computer virus. But, so that doesn't make sense. And then they find jailbreak, and then they leave, and they go around, and you see all the apps they go to. They have to go through Candy Crush. Again, that's something you see in the trailers, but they have to go through Candy Crush. And then they have to go to Facebook, or they go to Facebook, and they really don't go in, but you see people with Facebook, and they comment on that. They go, and they have to walk through Spotify,